welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name is Imogen, and in today's video I am sharing my review of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and I'm sharing also how I'm implementing these groundbreaking productivity insights. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So this video basically consists of 7 habits that are identified in this book. And the first habit is be proactive, and I love this one because I do it a lot and it's been really helpful in a lot of successful goals that I've had. Anyway, being proactive means obviously that you take action independently, right? Like nobody's telling you to, but you're doing it anyway, okay? So focus and act on what you can control and influence instead of what you can't. That's his lesson from the book, and I'm actually implementing this by planning all of my goals ahead of time. This is what my channel's all about. I have a 10-year plan, for example. I've talked about that in other videos. I start goals way in advance, like for example my assignments at uni, and I always set reminders to make sure I keep following up. So proactivity is one of the things that, in my opinion, separates successful people from the mediocre crowd a lot of the time, okay? Habit 2, begin with the end in mind, okay? This one means defining clear measures of success and a plan to achieve them, okay? So unless you know what you're aiming for in specific terms, yes, I mean like numbers and deadlines, then frankly, you do not have a chance in hell of succeeding, okay? I need you to get specific, all right? Get so specific that it kind of scares you a little bit, but you are crystal clear on every single step you need to take in order to achieve the precise goal that you have set out to do. I do this personally by breaking my 10-year goals down into years, months, weeks, and days, and then I have target numbers at the end of each stage. All right, habit 3. That's 2. Habit 3, put first things first, okay? So prioritize and achieve your most important goals instead of constantly reacting to urgencies. I promise that, like, if you're running around after small urgent goals all the time, then you'll have no time for the bigger picture, okay? I sometimes neglect my email for a few days to work on a big project or assignment, and I only check email in like my lunch break or something similar. So implement some kind of strategy to really just work on the big goals, and the smaller stuff, yeah, okay, it's important, but not to the detriment of what you're actually trying to achieve in, like, on the larger scale, all right? Habit 4, think win-win, okay? Collaborate more effectively. You got to build high trust relationships, all right? Look for mutually beneficial partnerships. So this could be in like friendships or in a job interview. Ironically, you're more likely to get what you want if you actually emphasize how you could help the other person. I've used this in all of my job interviews, and it's been a very successful strategy because, hear me out, employers want to hire the person who talks about adding value to the team, right? Not the person who's like, oh, this will be so good for my CV, okay? You can hide some of your motivation sometimes. Yeah, it's going to be good for your CV, but the employer doesn't care. They want to build a good team, okay? So pitch yourself as someone who's adding value to the team. Look for win-wins. All right, habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. All right, so influence others by like sort of developing a deep understanding of what they need, where are they coming from, okay? What's their perspective? All right, so this is kind of similar to the last point. So understand what people are lacking and solve it for them. All right, this is basically how all money is made, okay? All jobs are essentially some form of, this person has a problem, I have a solution, they pay me to give them the solution. So for example, when I was working as a receptionist, the problem was that the company needed someone to handle their mail, they needed someone to handle their phone calls, they needed someone to handle their packages. I was the person who handled the phone calls and the emails and the packages, okay? So problem, solution, boom, job, all right? And also, like, this is how I've had glowing reviews in all of my jobs and volunteering positions because I worked out how exactly to do this. Like, you look for the problem, you solve it. Okay, habit 6, synergise, all right? So develop, like, creative solutions that sort of use the differences and, like, satisfy all, like, key stakeholders. All right, so when I say use the differences, I mean differences between people. So a diverse team is a strong team. Everybody has different strengths, and everybody can bring something slightly different to the table, and that means everybody has a different specialism, and that means further that different people will be very good at different things, so you can build a really strong team by utilising everyone's different strengths. All right, furthermore, I don't often use that word, but I like it. Furthermore, you can delegate. Like, for example, in my uni life especially, I've become a lot better at asking for help and working to play to everyone's individual strengths. Like, for example, especially in group projects. All right, finally, habit 7, and I like this one, sharpen the saw, okay? So increasing your energy, motivation, and sort of balance between like work and life can really help like renew yourself, for lack of a better phrase. Yeah, self-care. I'm preaching self-care. So it makes me more productive, and it will make you more productive as well. So for example, I buy flowers and sushi for myself regularly, I always make time for my skincare, I budget, I journal, I listen to my favourite music, I usually take my meds, and I'm learning how to have fun as well as be productive, okay? So all of these habits were taken from the 7 effective, what's the title of this video? Oh yeah, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People website, which I will link in the description. But yeah, that's how I've been implementing the insights from this book in my own life. I would highly encourage you to think about ways that you can also implement these strategies in your own life, because honestly, there's a lot of really useful insights here. And yeah, that's all for this video. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye!